G'day, we're here at Hagley in mid-March. Normally we would be taking a harvest now, but when I've looked at the plots today, it appears that most of the growth has only come in the last week or so. And I think doing a harvest now would be to the detriment of the plants themselves. So we've decided to delay a cut today and pretty much no growth over summer. So reason for no growth over summer, I think we've had 33 mils for December, January and February in total, so very dry summer. This red soil here is dried out pretty quickly and cracked in places. So yeah, the only things that have really maintained their greenness and a little bit of growth, I guess, is the chicory and also lucerne. Yet the lucerne really hasn't grown a lot of leaf, and there hasn't been that much grazing value to this point over summer. So whereas we're seeing at the other sites, we have seen a bit more growth, particularly at Campbelltown, with some growth on the chicory and the lucerne. Certainly at this site here, there's just not really enough growth to worry too much about. So this is a mix based on cocksfoot, and as you can see there, it's starting to put out a new leaf and fire up on the rain. Again, we've got some lucerne in here and the chicory, so kind of look down the row, you can kind of see it starting to move after this sort of 2 showers of rain that we've had at the start of March. Ideally we'd get another one now and it'd really hopefully take off, but as you can see, it's only starting to move now, and very little growth over summer. One thing I have been a little surprised about is how well the ryegrass has grown. Obviously we had a decent spring and it got up, quite vigorous ryegrass, so it got up and has done well to fill the gaps. And what you do notice is that there's probably less wireweed in these ryegrass plots, simply because of the canopy cover that the ryegrass is having. So one of the interesting things I see is that the sort of more diverse mix and the regenerative mix, I guess, had about 12 species in it, but in the first 3 months it's kind of dominated by tillage radish. And the idea, I guess, with the tillage radish is these deep roots punching a hole down into the ground, probably helping with water infiltration and the like. I guess the question for us is whether at that point that they're quite competitive with all the other plants in the mix, and so the interest is whether that comes as a penalty to the overall persistence of other plants. As you can see, some of the other plants in the mix here, the chicory obviously, and some sheep's bonnet, plantain, and then you've got, I guess, the grasses as well. So just interesting whether some of these gaps where the tillage radish has been successful, whether it's been too successful and maybe outcompeted some of the other species. So we'll monitor that as we go.